Alright, welcome back everyone to Monster Hunter Rise. Last time we fought Basarios and Royal Luteroth. Sponge and Rock. That's probably going to be the description of that episode, I'm not going to lie. Rock Sponge. Something along the line. Maybe I'll make a SpongeBob reference.
Between a rock and a bubble.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
So,
Which quest?
we were going to fight Angry Monkey, and this time we'll fight Angry Monkey. Yes, that was proper
Wish
sentencing.
you luck.
It is nice that you don't have to wait for missions to load up. It's pretty much just go.
Yeah. There was a waiting world, wasn't there?
Yeah, you couldn't actually just go into missions, and there'd also be a load screen, so it was kind of... Nah. Yeah, I know if you played it on PC, there's no wait time at all.
You play anything on PC, there's probably no wait time at all.
Pretty freaking much! You ever played Skyrim on the PC? 3 seconds for the freaking, in-betweens. Damn.
After base Skyrim, you start adding mods and you get 10 minutes.
Okay, I honestly forgot what we were fighting and was about to go fight the Royal Luteroth.
That is not what we are fighting.
Could be.
It is not. Well, we've got a longsword.
What do you do? Over here. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna fight, Oh. The weird looking, longsword just got there. I'm sorry, I don't speak that.
Yeah.
I don't speak moon. Sorry. Sorry, I don't speak moon runes.
I'll guide the monster away.
Trick Toad? Is that what that is?
That might be it. I always assume they're called decoy fish.
No.
It probably is called Trick Toad. I just call them decoy fish. That's kind of what they are. Basically, they work the same way that a snake mantle work. Basically, that puff that's leaving off will basically aggro them.
Okay.
Until it disappears. Aggro you.
Okay.
Of course, this Bishopton's a jackass and decides to pay you the flashes. Wasting precious minutes of time. That could otherwise be used for stabbing.
Yeah, when it was standing there, I thought it was floating stuck. I didn't realize it was on its tail for a second.
Yeah, it bounced. Dumb, but it's I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Stop throwing fruit. Jackass. Oh, it's fruit.
Yeah.
A minute. Ow. Ah. Now, some people could probably point out that maybe there are new moves. I wouldn't be able to tell you if there were. I don't particularly enjoy fighting Bishopton, so I'm not going to fight it over and over again. It's not a bad monster, it's just being so much.
Here comes the pain.
You might want to hit a poke.
Yeah.
Just a regular one.
Here it comes.
Come here. Beat you up. Great sword!
Great sword and a long sword with Larso.
Big weapon.
Yeah.
Hey! Nope. Really? It ran from me just so it could throw poison. Jerk. I think I saw someone using the dual blades actually had like a weird shadow effect. So I'm wondering if that's like a switch skill. That's pretty useful for
Yeah.
will I show off me using dual blades? Maybe if I feel like it? If there's some big new monster, I might. I don't know, honestly.
Receive the help. Don't let it get away.
I feel obligated to show my skill or lack thereof of dual blades at least once. Hey! Player first.
Here comes the pain.
You and your excuses.
Come at me, bro. Come at me. Aha!
Let us dance. This should fix it.
Over here. And over here. And finally, I guess over here.
Masterful work. You're nice.
That's a good launch monster.
Hope you got insurance.
And more parts broken.
I feel like it'd be OP if you break or destroy it. I think you can crack
This is gonna hurt.
scar it. I don't think you can actually sure.
Might want to hit both.
Must remain sharp.
I would say just a regular
I
one.
didn't mean to sharpen, honestly. I was trying to switch to potion, but hey.
Yeah, just hit a regular one.
The council has decided my fate. I lose potion. The council of elders has spoken.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
About what, 5 minutes in?
Oh,
I mean into the
Almost 8.
hunt.
like, 5
Okay,
seconds
yep,
or
about.
so.
Yeah, right about 90 seconds.
I don't know. I can never exactly tell what I'm looking at with that clock.
Yeah, that clock would be a little bit better.
I've more or less just been looking at the length of the video. I'll be honest.
So,
I look at the length of the video and then kind of minus by whatever. Probably been in this fight like 6 minutes, would say. 5,
something like that,
8?
yeah.
12. Been here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Very long video today, guys. 3 hours. Hope you can, Dogo can, stay awake long enough. That was one thing I was considering, because, like, I mean, when I browse freaking YouTube, sometimes I'm like, this video's 20 minutes, and I'll watch it later. Or 40 minutes. So I'm like, should we lower these to 10, 15-minute videos, just so they're
And Sword
more
and Shield.
bite size? I considered it. But then I thought, does it really matter?
Eh. Yeah, there's a little material back there.
Was?
Left.
Oh,
No.
got a large wipe.
Well, it spammed stuff at you and not at your allies, so.
Spam stuff at me and I just ran towards it.
Run toward the spam.
What are over here? Nice JoJo reference, buddy. Oh, it's not a JoJo reference? Oh, I mean, Nice name. I wonder when Part 6 is actually took place. It was announced. So Part 6 has always been weird because, like, one of the less popular parts, I'd say.
Okay.
I don't know, it's just weird. Like, unlike every protagonist that preceded her, Jolene isn't as strong. It's like, alright, Jotaro had Star Platinum, which was essentially the I can do whatever I say my stand can do. And then it does. It was the then it does stand. Part 4, like, yeah, Josuke's stand wasn't super overpowered, but the way he used it, it was really creative. And then Giorno in Part 5 could literally do whatever the hell he wanted because he could give life to things. Which included forcing euphoric state in somebody and forcing their vision to, or their brain to move faster than their body. To growing trees out of literally nothing, to punching a guy so hard that it takes 7 pages of a manga.
Okay.
And then it evolves and it gets the literal ability of, nuh-uh, that didn't happen.
Like Mitch from South Park. The hand.
Yes. Mitch, yeah. Yes.
I couldn't think
I
of
was
his
actually
last
going
name.
to use a different example from that. I was going to be like, kind of like Kyle's cousin, where it's like, that mascot didn't count, right? Yeah, that's essentially what Goal Experience Requiem does.
Okay.
It just nopes whatever you do against it.
Okay.
The problem is, with Stone Free, its ability is it can turn its user into string. And while some of the abilities are useful, or it turns itself into string, something along that line. Like, okay, so Jolene is essentially Spider-Man, but without, the spider sense.
Or Walter from Hellsing.
Kind of, except not as violent. Because it's not exactly sharp string. It's not like steel wire, it's more like yarn threads.
Okay.
Though she does make it in like a Kevlar vest, and there is one point where, I forget the name of the loop, but it's like a loop that, like, figure 8 that wraps back into itself. Forget the name of it.
I've never been good with knots.
I know it appeared in Futurama in, like, the last season.
I do not know.
Do you remember that time when the professor turned into a streetcar driver?
I think so.
Yeah, whatever that... I forget what the name of that loop was, but essentially she can do that to her own body, which I think, like, negates damage, essentially. But the problem is...
So, that attack didn't count.
Kind of. The problem is her enemy is so fucking far beyond... Like, yeah, most of the main bad guys are pretty bad. Because, like, okay, Dio could stop time, but then Jotaro got to. Kira's stand, while it could turn things into bombs, it wasn't physically strong. In fact, he was beaten by most of the characters physically. His main thing was that he was very good at hiding and, exploiting that. And in 5, yeah, King Crimson was just bullshit. So, like, that kind of required the no-you powers. The thing is, the main villain's stand evolves twice. It starts out as Whitesnake, which has the ability to hit someone and either steal their memories or steal their stand. He can straight up just steal your powers. It then evolves into Sea Moon, which has power to control gravity.
Okay.
He straight up turns the gravitational pulse sideways. So instead of falling down, you fall sideways.
It would be raining sideways then.
Essentially, yes. And then it evolves again into Maiden Heaven. You know what Maiden Heaven can do? It can accelerate time so quickly that it resets the universe.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, like, the main villain's goal is to reset the universe so that somehow everyone knows everything that's going to happen, so they can exist in a blissful world where there are no more questions of what will happen in your life.
Okay.
And you know what the worst part of it is, though? She doesn't even beat him. She's not the one that actually beats the guy. It's one of the other characters. And the worst part about it is, not only does Maiden have to do all this, but if its original owner dies, the universe resets. Yeah. Some hot nonsense. Like, Enrico Pucci is probably one of the most bullshit characters because of how fucking overpowered his stand is. Like, yes, Diavolo and King Crimson were complete nonsense because of how fucking strong King Crimson was made. Like, dude could straight up chop off body parts with a karate chop. Like, yeah, gets one enemy, he chopped off both of his legs and an arm. And it's like, okay, calm down. Anyway, enough of my ranting of why that's something. I also say that part 6 is where stands start getting really fucking nonsensical overpowered. One of the stands is literally just, oh yeah, it causes people to want to murder each other in a mile-long radius.
So Frenzy from Skyrim.
Kind of, yeah. Alright, so what else are we gonna fight? Barroth, Volvidon, Pukei, or Rathian?
Pukei.
Pukei it is. That'll end out the video, I think, is fighting Pukei.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's other ones though, like frickin' Bohemian Rhapsody, which is essentially a book. Whatever you draw in the book becomes real. So yeah, in the middle of the manga, they just had to fight Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man.
Okay.
Oh, whoops, forgot to eat. Sorry, I was talking about Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man fighting JoJo protagonists.
Just a little odd. Just a little.
I mean, see, the whole reason for the universe reset is because stands were starting to get ridiculously overpowered. But then Part 7 comes along and has even more ridiculous stands.
They were only starting to get overpowered?
I mean, Part 4 stands, while had unique abilities, were overall not the most dangerous.
They were a little more balanced?
They were a lot more balanced, yeah. Okay. Like, Part 3, they were more or less villain of the weak stands. They all had, here's my power, but here's the obvious weakness, and oh, you exploited the obvious weakness. Yeah, Part 4, like, they started getting really creative with their stands.
Okay.
Like, there was one guy who had Superfly, which essentially forces him to stay inside of a frickin' electrical tower.
Mm-hmm.
So, what he learned, though, is that any damage on Superfly will reflect, so he jumped around the tower starting slashing it to fire off lasers from it. Like, that's actually kind of an interesting idea. Or you had what became the, like, bro character, the main character, who had the hand. It could erase anything that its right hand touches. So he'd slash at the air to erase the air between people and pull them towards him.
Just create a vacuum and smack him.
Essentially. So they're kind of smart here and there. But one of the things Josuke did in the last fight was he smashed apart, like, a glass vase or something, and he would put a bit of his blood in it. So the thing is, Josuke's ability essentially fixes anything that isn't him. Mm-hmm. But once his blood is outside of his body, it no longer counts as him. So he put some of the blood inside of these glass shards, and then he would throw a bit of his blood onto Hiro. And then he'd essentially have homing darts made of glass.
So you got a light bowgun and another hunting horn. And you might want to hear that poison.
But yeah, I don't know. Part 4 just always was like, here's where they got creative, even though their stands weren't all that broken. There were still some stands that were like, this is nonsense. Like, I'm still not exactly certain what the downside of Enigma was. If you show a sign of fear twice, he can essentially put you inside of a piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's a very weird restriction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, there are stands like that where it's like, okay, how the hell do you beat this?
wear a blindfold and use a grenade launcher? That...
Essentially. There actually was a blind stand user once. His stand was water.
They need to heal this.
Maybe we'll play Eyes of Heaven one day. Or at least the story mode. And then you can be confused about literally everyone, or at least you'll now have a face to all of the names that I label off. But what I was going on about is, like, Part 7 is where things get obscenely ridiculous. The main character's stand has 4 forms.
And you now have a second hunting horn user.
Checks out.
I don't remember if I asked this in do hunting horn users have to be so close for their effect to hit you?
Yes, but it's a pretty generous range. Like, it's the whole area. It's not like, oh, he plays it from camp and he'll hit us across the map.
Okay.
But it's like, if we're all in Area 6, he will hit us no matter what.
Okay. I don't remember if I've asked that, but I was wondering if you could just have one person back in camp just spamming health recovery and stamina.
That's close to how old Hunting Horn was used. You just stay about 40 feet away from the monster and spam stuff. You'd be the one guy just on frickin' buff duty. That dog is just perfect. I respect that, man. This dog is just perfect. That's it. Just perfect. I have nothing but respect for him.
Got quite a few effects going.
Yeah. Oh, hey, stun resistance.
Attack up,
I missed the
India.
choral orchestra. That thing was so broken. So I think they nerfed the crap out of it.
Well, you get one of those, you get a hunting horn user with one of their own as well, and you've got basically infinite buffs.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah. So...
But the way they nerfed the choral orchestra is because when using it at higher levels, they'd always like to use the sonic gongs, which just occasionally flinch the monster, but they love spamming it. So a lot of times you wouldn't get the buffs you normally get, it would just sonic gong.
It would just stun the monster for a second.
It would just flinch it, so it just backs away. For most of the time it would do that when the monster's not even doing it.
So you got continued, you got an extra second of it doing it.
Essentially, yes.
That's not too broken.
No, but that's one of the ways they nerf it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that ability is pretty much useless. Whereas instead they could be using more of the sonic, or more of the choral orchestra. Perfect.
Yeah. But you could potentially, if you had some of the hunting horn, you could just have them do the stand back.
Oh crap, I realized I had 3. Come on. Oh well. These things happen. It's broken back.
I wonder if you could just stand back, have it use the choral orchestra, just watching the monster, and could just stagger it, potentially, when it tries to do it. You could just... Yeah, you do need to...
Ow! Jerk! I see how it is. Not me.
Yes, you.
I'm in the bushes, you can't see me. You can't see me! No, I call hacks.
Oh no, it sees you.
This against the rules, you gotta play fair! I'm telling Mom.
Nah. It just decided to give you a middle finger.
Essentially did. Gotta play fair! I'm the guest!
What's the blue mist there? Is that...
I think that is, effective recoveries. Like little status effect recovery.
So you could have just run into that instead of...
Yes, I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I only...
Look, when I'm
I
ranting or doing something stupid, as you know, my brain is at other places than actually fighting. So half of this game I've just been on autopilot.
Yeah, I think it's been there for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah,
But...
by the way, guys, this is me on autopilot, I'm not gonna lie.
It's a pukei. You fought this thing how many
Yeah.
times in World?
If it's a real tough monster, that's when you might notice me shutting up and actually concentrating. Or if I die. But, yeah, weaker monsters, I kind of shut off my brain a bit and just go into, like, natural...
I shall put this in good use.
That low-level instinctual knowledge that every person that plays video games have when they play the game long enough.
Yeah.
You can kind of shut off your higher functions or your higher attention and just kind of do what you always do. If you haven't experienced that, I'm sorry.
They're probably playing a Soul game.
You're probably playing Dark Souls. Feel bad for you. Oh, hey.
Excuse me.
Okay, so that's actually something that I accidentally picked up off the screen, at least one of them, but scattered throughout all the maps you'll find these swords, and they have little, like, messages from the past, or like a little story to tell.
Laughably easy.
That's pretty much all that is. I've never collected all of them, I don't know where they all are, but I know where a few of them are.
Oh, are they in set locations each time?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
If I picked up those before and explained them, then I'm sorry, I've forgotten.
I don't think you have.
I know I've picked up one or two off screen, and that's where the tutorial would have popped up for it. Because I wasn't thinking about it, and I picked it up. Alright. So, let's, yeah, we have some bit of time. Let's screw around here. Oh, we all have to do one more quest for the next rank. Let's see, oh, well, I don't have anything new. They said new attack things! You lied to.
Maybe we haven't unlocked them yet.
New electric sword? Maybe Kieran did get added.
Looking for something new or an upgrade?
Alright, so new armor including, Dober. Needs a lot of bones. We also have the pukei set. Problem with pukei set is, it has a lot of stuff for guns. My problem is there's a lot of sets that have a lot of gun stuff.
That you're not going to end up using.
Exactly.
This should be interesting.
Ramp up our weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. Is there a point? Not really.
I like the way you
Alright, Rampage Weapon Pigment. If you make the Rampage blade, then you can actually change the pigment. Okay, so for next time, we will be fighting Baroth, two Volvidon, or a Rathian.
The two Volvidon. No, we'll do the Rathian.
Okay.
We'll do the Rathian.
Yeah, I've been avoiding this mission as like a plague on my own save. This just doesn't look fun.
There's no rush. So please take your time. Never do today what you think.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, next time we'll be fighting a Rathian, and then I think we'll actually be fighting, we saw him already, that floating serpent stupid thing.
Okay.
I think that's this rank, actually.
Okay.
Because, if I'm right, we're on 5-star, right? That'll bring us in 6-star?
How can I help you? Which quest?
Yeah, that's 5-star.
Okay.
There's only up to 7-star, so.
Until next time.
I like how we're gonna deal with Magnum, or we're gonna deal with the actual main bads before we actually deal with Magnum Hollow. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk to everyone around here. That'll totally not cool Kulu.
That's just too cool-y cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh hey, he's got something for us. What do we got? Light, Dust of Life and Demon Powders.
That's just heals and attack up, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Medium's Garb and Channeler's Garb. Well, we got them.
Okay.
I think that's the,
Take care.
I'm wondering if Medium's Garb and Channeler's Garb is just, the twins.
What's up? Bye.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Well, because the male version I know is, Sushi. So,
Forward
let's
to
see.
your upgrade.
Is it really low rank?
Yep.
Yep. It's, literally just their outfits. We got a description? By its fierce beauty.
Haste makes waste.
They actually have
All the time.
different freaking wording. Huh. I really never paid attention to the difference in their clothing, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, the feet are wrong. These feet aren't right. Why?
Come to me if you need new gear.
Because Wyverians have digigrade feet. Yeah. They also have 4 fingers. As you can see.
Yeah.
Though it's weird because some Wyverians have more like humanoid hands, where some of them have kind of like talon-like claws. If you remember the Wyverian, the third fleet master from World, yeah, she had like what looked to be retractable claws.
We should go check the. Where are they? The sub.
Right. Call of the Wild Dongo? We now have the Call of the Wild Dongo.
Woo!
Sweet Bunny Dongo! God damn it, she has another thing to talk about.
We've been ignoring everyone out here for so long
I know.
that they're all probably gonna have a couple things.
Here, have your stupid thing and leave me alone. I hate this man.
Guess what?
Fine.
He's gonna have.
Oh, it's you. See you.
Okay, we have.
Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? What now, small child? Okay. Got a minute? No, leave me alone. Deliver 2 divine rhinos to get the ladybug cannon.
The ladybug cannon.
Ladybug cannon. Informant. Subbed up for me to get. When you've done some quests for Hanoa. But we're not doing quests for Hanoa. We're doing quests for Minoto.
Yeah.
Guess the Argosy upgraded. Why are we doing quests for Minoto first? Because Minoto looks at us with cold disdain. Actually, that's not true. But it's weird. They describe specifically Hanoa is your childhood friend and the person that was most like, she was your biggest supporter of being a hunter. Minoto is just described as Hanoa's sister. But the weird thing is, Minoto, like, really looks up to her sister and follows her around everywhere. So wouldn't you think that Minoto would also be your childhood friend?
You'd think.
I mean, if Hanoa is super into, like, hanging out with you and being bestest best pals, you'd think Minoto would also be down for being friends, but no?
Oh, hi there.
Just seems weird.
Ah, it's you. Very
So yeah, now the Argosy is better.
Okay.
welcome to
Still haven't remembered to go and get the other submarines. I might just do that off screen if I remember to do it.
Those, I'm just guessing those are just random
Yeah.
quests.
Well, it's essentially you just have to find items in the maps.
Ah. Bring back so many rocks.
Yeah.
Or ores of this type. Or bones or something. Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think he's got better
Your buddy needs to meet.
buddies that can be hired.
Okay.
Alright, let's hire a buddy. Let's go with okay, let's see, Well, these are all...
It said raise a Palamute to 15. If you were to get a level 14, could you just shortcut that?
You count gummy as a food? No? Okay, then we have no one to hire.
See you later.
But you know what I mean, if we found a level
Our
14.
team is exclusively already named food-based characters.
Yeah.
That's why we have onion, eel, mocha, and tofu. Get 'em, boys! We haven't seen this animation in a while.
Yeah.
And I love that the dog is just... He's got no control, it's just a dog.
It's just scrambling for dear life.
Essentially, yeah. Alright, I think we've covered everything, essentially.
I think so.
I can't wait to have to go back to basics when we start doing village quests. Alright, yeah, I think that'll do it. Next time we'll be fighting Rathian, and yeah, we're fighting Rathian, and I think that serpent motherfucker that I hate. They just look so doofy. They float there and they look so doofy as shit. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and until next time.